Hey, what's up, DIYers? Mike Boards with the Mike Boards channel. Thank you for watching. We just took delivery of our brand new LG THINQ laundry center, and unfortunately during the delivery process the crew scratched the front bottom portion of the washing machine panel. But that's okay, we've got a cool product and we are going to show you how to fix or hide those scratches. Let's take a look. And here it is again, our brand new LG THINQ laundry center, and we have the white version, electric version as well, and dryer on top, washer on bottom, and it is resting carefully on a drain pad. Down below in the comments and description will be a link on where to purchase the drain pad and all parts included with installing this brand new LG THINQ laundry center. In addition, down below in the comments and description we will have links on how to properly prepare and configure your old appliance or washing machine and dryer or laundry center for pickup and haul away, as well as installing a brand new one. During the install, or shall I say the delivery, check that out. The delivery crew unfortunately scratched that portion or bottom front panel of our washing machine, just to the right of the drain pump access filter door. And again, we are going to carefully clean that and basically get a close-up view of it and carefully brush away any jagged edges. In our case, no jagged edges. However, it did create more than just a smudge. It went right through the paint. However, just double check that you have a smudge. If you have a smudge, you won't actually have to continue on and apply touch-up paint. However, in our case, we have to. Making our way to the workstation, and in front of us, which will also be down below in the comments and description, a link on this exact Krylon touch-up paint. And you can see appliance touch-up paint. That is very important, very specific. It is white and 2-in-1 applicator and fine tip for precision and brush for larger repairs. And again, a quick view of it in the packaging, and let's flip it to the back side where you will find your exact instructions and some information about the actual product, and there are the directions for use. And take a minute and read these over, and we have an abrasive prep to remove loose paint or rust if needed, which in our case we probably won't need, but we will show you that in use anyways. In addition, surface must be clean, dull, and dry prior to application. Shake well, and again, just spend a minute and review these important directions before actually removing it from the packaging and using it. What I did next was carefully remove it from the packaging, and here it is. And here is the abrasive portion that you will use to scrape any loose paint or rust away. And when it comes time to switch to the fine tip or precision tip, as you see right here, all you'll do, this is not a screw-on, you will carefully just pop this top off, and there it is. Check that out. You will see that in use here shortly. What I recommend doing before anything, just verify that the actual cap or black portion here is secured firmly on the actual container filled with the touch-up paint. The last thing you want to do is be halfway through the project and this begin leaking paint all over the floor or your appliance. Not good. Back to the laundry center, and I have grabbed my Dyson vacuum cleaner and the touch-up paint. Time to get to work. Camera now positioned looking directly at the two scratches, and I'm at a disadvantage because I have this drain pad. However, I wouldn't not want it, and because of that, all I did was fold up a piece of paper towel. I'm going to carefully insert it in here and just kind of rest that right there, which will help anything that I scrape off not drop down and under the laundry center where I cannot clean it. Next, grabbing the touch-up paint and directing our attention to the white tip here. Again, this is the scraper, and as far as the material, it's pretty soft and friendly. In other words, it's not the same as like a scraper or flathead screwdriver bit that will ultimately leave worse gouges and scrapes in the front panel than what you already have. And again, the material on this little scraper is soft, and you can see it's got like a 45-degree angle cut to it. Carefully apply it at an angle and just begin slowly scraping any rough edges of that scratch. Go slow, be precise, do not rush this, don't get sloppy with it. That one looks good. This one's more aggressive, and I'll position myself and carefully clean this area. From there, I'll carefully vacuum, followed by pulling that paper towel out carefully, and I'll fold it, and I'm just going to wipe clean the area that I scuffed and scraped. Next, I grabbed a piece of cardboard, and we need to prep the actual fine tip precision probe or portion of that touch-up paint. However, before that, make sure you shake this well. After shaking it, carefully again pop this off. It is not threaded on or screwed on. Just carefully pop that off, set that scraper portion aside, and again you have that fine tip or precision probe. And just begin prepping it. And the way this works is you carefully compress. It is a spring design tip or probe, and you press down and carefully begin moving the probe or precision tip as shown here. That is prepped. I'll set that aside, and I'm going to come in and I'll do the small one first. Let me reposition the camera. Camera position, and again just carefully coming in. Maybe I'll start at the very bottom. And the color is not the exact match, however the paint is wet. I will now switch to the opposite side. Next, carefully cap off the product or touch-up paint, set it aside in a safe location. And again, from here, first glance, there is a color mismatch, however the paint's wet. We're going to allow it to dry for an hour, and if we need to, apply an additional coat. Back with you with a 30-minute update. We are going to apply a second coat, and again, just like the first, be precise, go slow, do not rush it, do not get sloppy with it, do not create paint drips or runs. And overall, not bad. Camera now in position, and before applying the second coat, just ensure you reshake this container. Followed by grabbing the cardboard and compressing the spring tension tip and priming it. Take a step back, and again, second coat applied, and DIYers down below in the comments and description will be a link on how to properly and safely replace the dryer chute that the dryer vent hose connects to and exhaust the hot air from the dryer out of your home. And coming out, and again, we hope this helps. Do us a favor, below the video you will see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel, definitely ring your YouTube bell. That would be very helpful to us. We would really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching.